The Notebook, the most romantic movie of all time. It sucks. There, I said it. And so do many other rom-coms. Emotional impulsivity is sold to us as true love, and it sets us up for failure in long-term relationships. I will give you 5 reasons why The Notebook sucks. Okay, do I remember watching The Notebook? I definitely do. Was I a love-hating woman who was just stone cold watching it? No, not at all. I remember being touched by it deeply. I remember crying when I saw it and just thinking it was the most romantic love story I had ever seen. Then I didn't have the way of thinking that I have now. So now I want to give you 5 reasons why I think The Notebook sucks. Number 1, at first they meet. They have like a summer fling and it is blown up out of proportions that they call it true love. And yes, you can definitely have a deep spark with someone and talk to them and feel like, wow, it feels like I've known you forever, which is a good start for a relationship. Sexual attraction, being fascinated by the other person, wanting to go deeper with them are all good signs. But if you see that they are just two teens who hardly know each other, this is not true love. True love is built slowly over time. And what I see in rom-coms a lot, that it is brought to you as a feeling, as a momentarily being stricken by lightning and you know. And that is all, everything you can base a great relationship on. And everyone who has had a few relationships knows this is not the case. So to call it true love when you know these persons do not really know each other, it is just not very realistic. But it's a movie, Annemiek. It's not supposed to be realistic. I'm aware. Just give me this. Number 2. After a while, they lose touch, and Ali, I think she's called, she finds and builds a life with a guy who can give her stability and love and trust and just a very solid life. And then she reads, I believe she reads in a newspaper that this guy, Ryan Gosling, I don't know the name in the movie, is redecorating a house, and then she decides to drop by, and then she just, they immediately hit it off and she spends the night there, and it is being portrayed as romantic, while in fact this is absolute cheating. And the way they do it in movies is often to portray the fiancé as a little bit boring. Stability is boring. And the wild, crazy, emotional, over-emotional guy, he is the great guy. And that makes you, even if you are against cheating, in the movie you are compelled to root for the main character and feel like, okay, she's cheating, but. So a guy who's perfectly treating his fiancée in a good way is being screwed over, and it's portrayed as romance. As long as intensity in feelings is felt, then you have like a carte blanche to do whatever you want because it's love. If that were the case, there is no basis to build a relationship, and then our life as a family is attacked because there are many phases in a love life. You have the phase where you can get to know each other and it's just the two of you. Then you have children, which mostly has a lot of demands on us, and it's mostly not the most romantic phase. It's just a lot of hard work. And yes, it can make you feel like you really need to be seen and felt and loved, like in the beginning. But I would say, not in a lot of rom-coms, it is shown that you can just find this again with your husband. Find it by getting to know each other and getting to know each other's needs and accepting them even when you don't understand them. Because men and women, we are very different. We have very different basic needs. And for guys, it's really hard to understand the emotional nature of women. And because women have much more blood flow to the emotional part of the brain, they can have big feelings about what a man would consider a small thing. And that is why it's for guys sometimes hard to understand and cherish her feelings, even when you think it's not correct. So these are small things that a man can learn to, that a woman wants her feelings to be cherished, not always solved, but to be heard and to be understood. And guys, not a lot of women understand that for guys, respect is even more important than feeling loved. And not a lot of women understand that, even me, of course, it's the same. I had to learn this, that when a guy chooses a woman, really chooses a woman to spend his life with, to have children with her, it means almost everything he does it for her. And then when women just throw out everything they don't like and forget to be grateful for every little thing he does, then a guy will often feel disrespected and not appreciated. So it's very important for a guy that you tell him what you appreciate about him. And then many women will respond with, yeah, well, I put out the trash. Do I need a medal? Do I get a medal? No, I can imagine this way of thinking, and it's very logical. However, it is understanding each other's love languages. Saying thank you to a guy when he has done something for you or for the house or for the family. And you just say thank you. Thank you, honey, for taking out the trash. Thank you, honey, for cleaning the kitchen. I'm so happy. It makes me feel less stressed. Just these little things are similar to a guy, like saying, you are the most beautiful woman to me on this planet. I love you. I appreciate you. You are safe with me. I would choose you every day. So those are different needs. A guy needs to feel respected in order to stay motivated, to have confidence, to feel happy. And a woman needs to feel loved, cherished, safe. So she needs to hear her guy finds her beautiful. He chooses her. So to say as a woman, I don't want to say thank you for every little thing, I don't ask for this, is like saying you don't care if your guy never gives you a compliment, never tells you you are loved because he has already told you that from his perspective. It won't work. It will crash. You have to learn each other's really basic, deepest needs and try to appreciate them and try to give to them. The third point, cheating. If you notice, I have just rewatched some of my favorite rom-coms. Cheating is a big part of almost every rom-com. And the thing is that cheating is always put a little blanket over, like it's just following your heart, and you have many reasons to do it. And then many people who are even against cheating, they are like, okay, I will just understand this because the main character makes it look so understandable. And this is just a corruption of our values. Let me name a few examples. There is the Titanic. Also Kate Winslet, the actress, I just know the names of the actresses, Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. They are cheating on the fiancé of Kate. And it is also so romantic and so beautiful. And yes, also I have cried about this movie. But just looking back, I just see that every time in a rom-com there is emphasis placed on you are just following your heart. And if you just follow your heart, then cheating is okay. We are not following our hearts in this case. We are either having a trauma reaction, like from our attachment style, which tells us that if you have a stable life with someone and you don't feel big feelings all the time, which, for example, if you have an anxious attachment style and you are raised in a family as a child where there was a lot of chaos, there was a lot of conflict, there was a lot of back and forth, then that is what your nervous system recognizes as love. That's all you know, that's all you've seen. So when you meet a calm guy who's giving you stability, who's giving you love, who's giving you everything you know you want, but you feel like, I want this bad boy, then often this is a trauma reaction, and it's better to heal your nervous system, to heal your attachment style, than to just keep on chasing guys that are overly dramatic and give you lots of strong feelings for a short while and then run off again, or it can take on many different forms, of course. But I feel rom-coms play a big part in creating this romantic image of struggle love and of having big feelings. And big feelings are mostly a part of the beginning of a relationship. So this means that often when we are deep in a relationship, 8, 10 years, then many people think, I don't feel big feelings anymore, so it must be wrong. And I feel like there doesn't have to be necessarily something wrong. It has to do also with the image that's imprinted in us from a very young age about what love is. And we could be, that is what I'm trying to do with my daughter, just showing more realistic images of love. And that's hard because most rom-coms, The Holiday, I just watched The Holiday the other day. And that is also, well, I think there's this beautiful woman, what's her name? Cameron Diaz. And she falls in love with Jude Law. And of course, maybe there are special rules for people who are as beautiful as them. But usually this scenario that's played out in The Holiday, where I will just give a short recap, that Cameron Diaz leaves her fiancé and then she changes houses with a woman in England, and she just to get rid of the situation for a while, just have a holiday. So she flies to England, and there the brother of the house owner doesn't know that the house has been lent out to Cameron Diaz. So he's just knocking on the door, he's drunk, and they just decide to get it on. There's chemistry and they get it on. And yes, of course, I can imagine that just giving into your wild feelings while you are not attached has its charms. But in this movie, it is also again portrayed that it will give you real satisfaction. And Jude Law is, after this, is like crazy about her, and he just really, he tries to court her. While in most cases, if you have a drunken one-night stand with a guy who does not even know you, it is mostly not a real great recipe for a guy to really be inspired, like, who was this woman? Because even if we are free to do what we want to do, but a guy to attach to a woman, he needs to feel like he has to put in effort, that there is something for him to do, that she needs him. And if he just gets you without any effort, without any history together, then that's nice. It's like a hamburger. Oh, it tastes good. And he moves on. That's the usual scenario. But in this case, it's portrayed again as being very romantic. And it's just emotional impulsivity, sexual impulsivity, which is not true love. And it's not the start of true love. It's not how you recognize true love. And I feel many rom-coms portray this as the signs of true love, which confuses us and sets us up for failure in long-term relationships. The fourth thing is that the fiancé is more or less portrayed as an obstacle instead of a human being. And I feel that, again, this is portrayed as romance instead of emotional. Let me just push this. Yeah. Instead of emotional immaturity. Because this is a guy who has decided, I want to share my life with you. I want to share everything I'm going to build in the future with you. I want to have maybe children with you. This is a big commitment, and he has made that to you. He has asked you to marry him, and you said yes. So if you just use your fiancé as an obstacle, what does this say about this woman in the movie? It means that she is just, it can mean a lot of things, of course, but it can mean she makes impulsive decisions even when it comes to marriage, that she just says, yep, I want it, just because she feels like it in the moment, but she has not really thought this through. So, and it's also very dehumanizing. Just to use someone who has made this offer to you, will you be my wife, to just push him to the side. And then the last one, which I've already touched upon slightly, is that when you have intense feelings, it gives you a good reason to just throw away everything you normally stand for and just go for it. And also, most relationships in reality, if you start like this head over heels, peak sensation, high feelings, it is much bigger chance that it's a trauma reaction or an unhealed attachment style than that it is true love. That you want to rip your clothes off as a woman for a guy you hardly know, but just gives you very intense feelings, is often a sign of trauma. And just if you think about it rationally, it would be much more logical that you want to rip off your clothes for a guy who has chosen you, who has shown you, who has proven to you, I choose you, I want you, I love you, I want to protect you. Even if you get pregnant, I will take care of you. My house is your house. These healthy things, these things that in my opinion are true love, if that doesn't make you want to rip your clothes off, then yeah, what is? So that is my opinion about rom-coms. And I would like to ask you, if you feel like this is a way of thinking you would like to know more about, please consider becoming a member of my channel. I would love to have you there. And like and subscribe. And I will end with this funny movie. Thank you.